As Muslim professionals, a lot of us feel like it's harder to get in shape than it is for our non-Muslim coworkers, employees, or whoever else you see in your life who has it easy. But this is actually the opposite of the truth. And ever since I started working out 15 years ago, I always felt that being Muslim was actually an advantage and makes things easier. So obviously, if you focus on like some of the challenges we have, such as Ramadan or organizing our day around prayers or family foods or whatever other things you feel are a disadvantage, obviously Salah is actually an advantage because it gives us the most powerful tool for time management. But yeah, eating with your family all the time, if they eat decadent foods, can definitely be a disadvantage if you focus on that. But instead of focusing on the disadvantages, focus on the advantage, the massive advantage that is far more powerful than any disadvantage you might perceive within yourself, which is the fact that Islam teaches you discipline from day one. As soon as you're a child and you start learning how to pray and you start learning how to be a Muslim, you build a ton of discipline. And from the time that we hit puberty, when we're obligated to pray 5 times a day and fast in the month of Ramadan, I found that when I started lifting and dieting, I could immediately tell that the discipline and consistency and restraint that I'd built as a Muslim was tremendously impactful when it came to training and diet. So there's 2 mindset lessons here. Number 1, you need to be grateful to the deen at all times and focus on the positives and say alhamdulillah for everything, even things that are challenging. But the other mindset lesson is that you need to focus on what you have going for you instead of focusing on what you have working against you. If you focus on all the reasons why something is hard, it becomes harder for you. Even if you aren't even working that hard, you feel like you're working hard. Versus if you focus on all the reasons why something is easy, it becomes easier for you, even if you're working super hard. At the end of the day, your mindset is a powerful tool that Allah has given you, the power of the human brain that Allah has bestowed upon us. And this is one more reason why we as Muslims should have the strongest and most confident, grateful mindsets of anybody in mankind. And as Muslims, our confidence should be eternal because we don't rely on ourselves or take confidence from ourselves. We rely on Allah and take confidence from our faith in Allah. And Allah is infinite, wise, and flawless. But man is finite, foolish, and flawed. So even if the setbacks and challenges that Allah puts in your life are challenging initially and your initial reaction is, why me? Immediately you need to change that because all the challenges and setbacks that Allah puts in your life are purposeful and from a place of greater wisdom than any of us could ever comprehend. And so ultimately you must understand that Allah is giving you the gift of more strength and success than somebody who was never tested. Somebody with an easy life is soft and doesn't have the mental strength and fortitude necessary to push through to peak levels of success. Versus whatever success you're seeking, any challenge or setback that Allah gives you that seems to work against that goal is training you to be stronger so that you can achieve that goal, bi'idhnillah, or whatever even greater purpose than that Allah has intended for you. There are countless hadiths and ayat that prove that we will be tested and that the tests are for our own benefit. And when Allah wills good for someone, He afflicts them with trials. So no matter what you face, whether it initially appears good or bad, trust in the plan of Allah and focus on how it benefits you and works to your advantage, even if your initial reaction was to think that something is bad. I promise that these mental foundations are going to set a foundation for greater success, bi'idhnillah. So from there, you might just need the right strategy and guidance. And that's where I come in. Inside of the Modern Muslim Man Method, I not only coach you on your mindset every single time you need it, even if you need it every single day, but I also use my expertise helping thousands of people lose weight and keep it off long term to help you do the same. With the best meal plans, recipes, and workout plans in the industry, expert tailored and customized to you. If you want to learn more, comment M3 below and fill out the application to speak to me personally. And inshallah, I look forward to working with you and getting you the best results of your life.